Hey, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakodash, and I say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akiams that preach on the truth to the four corners of the earth. My name is Brother Yakal.
Brother Yardan.
This is your brother Yassad.
Brother Howard.
Right, and you know what this video is going to be? Esau's skirt is being lifted because we seeing that the secret things what Esau was hiding. You understand? Everything coming to light and everything coming to pass through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He actually showing all the things that Esau was telling the people were lies. You understand? Like Esau even had the audacity to come now and say that they and the aliens have a pact. And they that
have a covenant.
You understand? Well, they and the aliens actually working together and you understand? Esau, that was one of the most shakiest things that brother was seeing in that video. The last good thing he saw do was 9/11. You understand? Where he make it look like a plane went and blew up, but evidence actually showed that the buildings were actually had bombs inside it. A plane couldn't just hit the building and everything kind of blew up. You understand?
Yeah, they call it down the white flag.
Can
you know? He's so crafty, so we know he saw all anything, you know, all his plans and all that is part of the cult too, you know. As he saw, he's a crafty one. But boy, who's that? Yeah.
Everything personated too. Yeah, this book on Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5, it says, Behold, I am against thee, saith Jehovah of hosts.
We're talking about Esau. You're against Esau because since going back to Cain and Abel, you know, Abel was a wicked nigga, going back to Esau was a wicked nigga. You know, he's a wicked man in front of the sight of the Lord. You know, voilà.
Yeah, continue to say, and I will discover thy skills upon thy face.
Well.
Yeah, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
And it's so spiritual because we're just only then he go discover them, right? That is just talking about the man of the Lord. Because it's Yahweh Hashem shall raise up us in this timing, you know, to prophesy against Esau, you know, to pull down Esau hill spiritually. All the things where they hide up, you know, we bring in the thought as men of the Lord, we edify our people, we bring out the truth about Esau, the truth about the wicked, who's really the devil, who's the deceiver, you know, because that way he is. He had to wrongly accuse us, you know. And he lied to lie. Is the most wickedest thing I've found. You know?
Yeah, I guess we don't 6 and say, and I will cast about no filth on thee.
It's like, let's read back from when I say deceive.
Yeah. You see, and I will show the nations thy nakedness,
right.
The kingdoms thy shame.
Right, so that's going back to what we're going on right now because everybody know what we're going on with America. America too going to a third world country right now. You know, leading to China, Russia, all these nations, and even Iran saying shit. You know, all the other nations and them, you know, drawing away from America because they see that they falling, the stock market falling, the dollar falling. You know, that's now they're saying they're going cashless. You know, so they want to come with a new world order. They want to come with a digital currency. You know, that what Esau high. That what Esau always on the whole. When you see that he falling, he's always try, you know, to come back up. But this time, they're not coming back up. You know, this time they're not coming back up because these other nations, if a he's cute and seeing, hey, Esau is weak now.
a lot of Jake's actually waking up to see that. This is actually the true knowledge I know too, because so like there are a lot of Israelites posting on the TikTok and the social media that Jesus wasn't white, he was black, and they posting that this was the truth, that had been slavery thing. A lot of them waking up that just to show that alright, this is the last days. A lot of people for the protest when went on the capital, a lot of people coming forward now and saying that they was paid. So that alone showing that Esau just be living in the last because things that coming on like making out, you understand? They can't hide what they're doing, they can't make it out and see, well, it's this and that. No. People actually being edified. Brothers preaching this gospel hard. And we being watchmen, as the scripture in Ezekiel, we can move it out quick.
Discuss 33 and 6.
Yeah, as the scripture in Ezekiel, understand? We being watchmen now. The Lord actually is going to destroy the men of the T-man, which is the Edomites, you understand? He actually going to destroy them because he showing you that they're crafty, you know? But through the men of the Lord exposing the craftiness, they ain't crafty no more.
God. And I want to say, I want to be spiritually pulling on Esau hill. You know, we spiritually pulling on Esau because Esau was once the whole world failed. Considering one World War II. All the other nations draw back in their drawboard and started, you know, go down in their craftiness same as well. Because them know Esau is the craftiest. So them going back in there because we know, you know, the world is running by nuclear power. You know, so that's why Russia and China and these one or two Iran, all these other nations throw back from the treaty, you know, concerning the nuclear because America wants to have the most nuclear and they want to rule these other nations, tell them we cannot make nuclear no more, and them had the most. So these other nations ain't taking no hit for 6. Go ahead.
Yeah, they'll get it now.
Is that 25 and 12?
Yeah, let me see.
Is he having one of them?
Yo, that is it? I'm not
sure. Yeah. Watch one?
Another one.
That's what one?
Yeah.
And I see Isaiah 33 and 6.
That next watch, man. That one is wicked.
Oh. 36 and something. That's 36 and something.
Yeah, 6:6. Yeah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls. This one, right? O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent.
And that beautiful scripture too, because he actually saying that the men of the Lord not going to keep the peace. We're not even going to stop. We're going to be making videos 24/7. You understand? Exposing Esau, because how Esau's skirt is going to be lifted by the men of the Lord. You understand? And you watch actually exposing them too. When he made the chariots come down and had them getting frightened, had them running up and down. You understand? He doing a lot of things to make them be exposed. You understand? When they say Jesus was white and he was Middle Eastern, yeah, the prophet that he would come out and like, you know, no, you are a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. You understand? When they say that Christmas was so-called Jesus with the men of the Lord coming out and say, no, that's a pagan holiday. You understand? When they say everybody can make it, God so love the world, the men of the Lord coming out and like, you know, nah. This is not for everybody, this is only for the Israelites. You understand?
I'm a person here. Islam or not? That name,
and first it real too. Bible actually laying that only Israel can make it. There's that one scripture, Genesis 16, that big stumbling block as Jeremiah say on too.
You know what I mean here?
Yeah.
Right, as a regular scripture in Micah chapter 5, verse, I'll start from 12. And I will cut off witchcraft out of the hand, out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. You know, because going back to you know, the sister Gina Maria, she ended up bringing out some, and it's really edifying considering the ones who going out and protesting for Trump, and the men who had on paint, face paint upon all these things. He was one of the men who was dancing for the culting scene, you know. But we know Esau is crafty. Esau want to tap it to hit you best and deal with these success and all this witchcraft thing, and feel he could go back to the tower of Babel. He feel he could go and meet the Lord, you know. So continuing, it say, and I will cut off witchcraft out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. The graven images also I will cut off, and thy standard and thy standing image out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the works of thy hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities, and I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathens, such as they have not heard. You know, so that is seen concerning Esau. All the craft, all these sins, you know, all these blood sacrifice and all the cults they in, and all the blood sacrifice and all these virgins they killing and drinking blood and all this shit. You know, and all these images they create with their hands. At that time, anything to save them. The Most High come to destroy Esau. You know, and that's why he's still getting left up right now. Witchcraft ain't working. You know, all everything, because it concerning TikTok. A man actually add up certain things on TikTok concerning TikTok, and he actually go back to Joe Biden and check the number. It says 666, and he check the number, and number go up, and he actually show the same number what Joe Biden win. He go back to the same number where he check up. So Esau always have his secret hidden messages in certain videos and in plain sight. And the Most I usually do that too. Make Esau reveal his craftiness in plain sight. And he too cheated to himself, he feel like he hiding it. But Esau getting sifted out. Esau still getting lifted up, so we actually see Esau can't hide no more, no matter what he try. He can't hide constantly, what I say 9/11. We know that was a false flag. You know? That was a false flag Esau tried.
Yeah, this scripture here. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high.
Right, and I go back to we know the Caucasian man, the cave dweller, who was once what? The beast man. You understand? That Esau was the beast man. You understand? All the power he have. You understand? He going to the north right now. He ain't saying shit no more. All these other nations saying and drinking here the best wines and laughing at Esau. You understand? And saying Esau think he running the world right now. But we know Esau ain't saying shit. You know?
Yeah. It say, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, that habitation going back to his standard. You know, how high he is right now, because we don't exactly tell him, hey, you Jew, I have to go fall on you. You understand? The fatness of the earth. You go rule the earth with the sword. So you're in a high stature right now. Everybody wants to worship you. But now they're going down to low. They're going down to the dogs right now. You understand? They ain't saying shit no more. So that's standard with you having all that power and all that might. You know, having all these military base around the world. You know, I really have a certain number, but how much I really have a number.
America have a lot
of America around even the Caribbeans. You know? So, and all these power Esau have, they can come to north. You know, because the Lord go down make these heathens, you know, give them a proper fight against Esau. But we know Esau will and get destroyed from the Yahweh Shemashai the same way. Because it's Yahweh Shemashai who come to destroy Esau. Yahweh Shemashai is coming to destroy that good. That's what the scripture is saying. You want to destroy their cities of all the craft, the witchcraft, and all these soothsayers. Says Yahweh Shemashai can come with the chariot and he can control all these nuclear to come and destroy Babylon the Great. You understand? With two more nuclear fire.
Also, this scripture here, we're going into who who shall say, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's just going into the so-called white man pride. You know, as how we done whitewash and deceive the nation and making he has been a so-called white man this great thing in power. Because as how we see it, watch when Jakes look at a white man, you know, they see him on a high standard, you know, but when they look at, you know, their own brothers and sisters, you know, as they not on the same level as them, you know, so that is just the proudness that the so-called white man is so he done deceive the nations to think. It say, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Yeah, we know that. Let's go back to all the space stations and all these things. You understand?
Yeah,
and satellites and all these things, because they feel they can fight the Most High in space. They feel they can fight the chariots and the Most High in space. You understand? And when they're moving faster than the speed of light. And so, you know.
That is why just 2 months ago they developed the space force. You know, that just to show you the proudness of the so-called white man. He done thinking that he had the earth conquered already, that he don't have to study earthly wars. He looking upon heavenly wars.
It's so spiritual that we talking about it, because he's not talking as the brother was saying loud. He's not saying he making a treaty with the UFOs, with the aliens, right? But why he building a space force and he make a treaty with the aliens and them? You understand? So you're trying to say you're going against the aliens and them, and you make a treaty. You used to have them just to be your space force. Them just to be looking over you because you make a treaty with them. Them just to be your partners. Your partners in destruction and in war. You understand? But the angels are alone around time for you, so. You understand? The angels, we know that the angels are alone, which is the IFOs. You understand? You can't trick me with that shit, so. You can trick all those niggas in the world and who lack knowledge. But when I know, we know these things, because when we come out of the Red Sea, who was giving us light in the night? Who was giving us light in the night? Who was guiding us? You know? All these artificial facts showing your paintings concerning child. Even when Yahushua was born, when this light appear, when this star appear, in Matthew 10, Matthew 2. When this star appear, you know, that was a chariot to appear over Yahushua. Even when John the Baptist was baptized in Yahushua, and the heavens opened. All these things, chariots, even when Yahushua is Peter and John and them, and they went up in the mountain, and Yahushua was changed. You understand? And he was talking to Elijah and Moses. Elijah and Moses.
Yeah, when Elijah was taken up into the heavens as a whirlwind, you know, that idea was his chariot. Because as when we back in Moses' time, when the Egyptians was after the children of Israel, you know, the angel of the Lord used the chariot to be a light by night unto Israel, and a dark cloud unto the Egyptians, so that they wouldn't go there. Let me continue. It say, then so I bring thee down, said the Lord. You know, so no matter how proud and of a high stature the so-called white man think he is, you know, the Most High just set you up there, you know, just as back then in Pharaoh, as the Most High say he will hardly hurt a Pharaoh, you know, so the Most High controlling everything. This is just like a chess game being played out, and the Most High directing all the chess pieces.
And it's so important just to add, because he's already got a position because we fucked up. Because we transgressed against the Most High.
Yeah, the scripture said it was given into the hand of the wicked, and they didn't take it just so give them it.
So if we didn't fuck up, it's all on you looking at us. You understand? You looking at us off our feet. You understand? You ain't saying shit. But hey, we know we burning till right now. So we going through the fire right now we burning. You know? Right.
You know, I was jumping on to the 6. It say, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right, break it up.
You know? Yeah. And we know how the things being searched out and sought up is through the messengers of the Lord, through the prophets.
That's right.
You know, bringing forth this truth here and revealing it unto the people. Because as it's saying in Colossians chapter 1 and verse 26, you can bring out that
and just to add what I saying so on point, and even his own people in Edomite and all leaking his secret messages. His own people in the first Esau so divided that Esau against Esau. You know? That was the most I straight up. Esau against Esau, so he also never stand.
Yeah. We know in the scripture too, it actually explains how the other nations and all going and be selling them out. You understand?
Bring out
That's it.
I think Colossians 1 and 26 is even the mystery which had been hidden from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints.
Yeah, and that mystery talking about this gospel here, you know, but that is why we forefathers on them, they was already lost in the philosophy and the doctrine that the so-called white man deceived them within. But now all of these things, the Most High revealing it unto the prophets now, because we are in the end times right now. You know, we are the saints and we are the messengers of the Lord, bringing out all of these information and things.
That's why we see he will reveal his secrets unto the when I know the secrets of the prophets. Yeah, sir. The saints, the prophets. So right now the Lord reveal a lot of things. So through the elders and the apostles and going down to the younger brothers, the younger elders. You know, we spiritually pull along Esau in. We pull along Esau kingdom. You know, we feel Esau empress now. Esau more mad than anything on doing A. Because considering the scripture in Wisdom of Solomon, he knew but he have a short time. Even in Revelation too. But it actually explains, he say his life is short and tedious. You understand? Going back in the same way, the same thing in Revelation 12 and 12. He known but he have a short time. That's why he say you come down with great wrath. And when the Wisdom of Solomon actually tell him he gonna come for the righteous. So we know he gonna come first. But then I did. All I have a show doings. Right?
Yeah, it say all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. You know, and this is a future prophecy that what is going to happen. You know, we even seen it now, how the other nation, you know, that had tied bonds with Esau, all of them soon will go against him.
Because the nations actually showing who they're with right now, you understand? China actually, you see any ones that against Esau. Once Esau was ruling, and everybody was for Esau because that's true fair. You understand? Esau ruling the world with an iron fist. You understand? America was actually running the place with the iron fist. If a nation come up against them, they actually...
That was them as the Cascan, that was the revive Roman Empire.
You understand? The bullies of the earth. If they want to go in, if they find too much truth talking in Iran, they said they bomb up Iran and they bring forth some lies and say, well, ISIS. You understand? They create ISIS. They want to give a man a name. They say Osama bin Laden. They run in there and they deal with. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how Esau is.
And I just to show you how Esau also run the media as well. You know, just to portray of their lies.
Yeah, because when you read Job 9 and 24, when it say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? But then it go on to say who cover the faces of the judges, because you hide the true men of the Lord who was actually to judge the earth. You understand? Which is the prophets. You understand? They cover the faces, they cover the truth. They actually change the Lord's face from a white man to a black man. From a black man to a white man, so that you understand? They actually change a lot of things. So all them things gonna hide is actually Esau's skirt being lifted because the Lord planned back now the same spirit that was of old here now, and he actually make them reveal all the secrets, you understand? Because he revealed the secrets to men.
Yeah, and also a major thing that is being hit by the so-called white man is the landmarks. You know, that is why a lot of we people think they are so-called Africans.
And even understand even the letter J, that don't J in the Hebrew tongue. You know, so can you really watch how they be using Jesus in every movie you watch, or every like it's like a slang. Jesus is a slang.
Yeah, that's slang.
That is a slang. That can never be the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord cannot be mocked. So they go use Jesus as their slang. That is their slang, and because if someone be using it, all the other nations be using it. If they put it too, if they bounce their head, everything is oh Jesus. If somebody wins something, any little thing is that how they die the slang. But we as men, we don't call up the Lord names, we call upon the name, the Lord name. You know, we never call the Lord name in vain. We will call up the Lord to give him thanks, give him honor, give him glory. You know, and ask him to guide us, protect us, and all these things that we will be asking the Lord for. You know, other than we call upon the Lord name in vain, because we don't need chupa, why am I shy? You know?
It said the men that were at peace with thee deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Because all the other nations eating and food of America, you understand? The so-called land of opportunity. Okay, you see now that they're already saying shit. You understand? If the US dollar ain't backed by nothing, what we know with the US money, we know with the other nations. They don't wanna find Iran playing mad, they put sanctions on Iran. You understand? They find Venezuela not going to how they want them to go, they put sanctions on Venezuela. But everybody was under Esau right now, who was eating our bread off of Esau, they actually not on that anymore. Russia actually standing up. If our house divided, how shall it stand? That's paraphrasing, but Russia standing up, he make a pact with China, so now the two nations was under Esau. Together the Lord actually use them to fall on their own self. Using the other nations to crash Esau.
And now Iran deal with them back in 100 too, because we're going with Iran is the sergeant or the one who died now. The general, right. Iran them still that's still affecting them, that's still burning them. Them want we know him through the as we as men I love we know him the Persians want war. They want revenge.
And on top of that too, they actually come and kill one of the Iranian scientists too. One of the nuclear scientists who actually making the nuclears for them. So that make it even more heated, but nobody ready for war like Esau. You understand? He ready for war. He looking for war. As our brother say, don't poke the devil in the ass. You understand me? But they poke the devil in the ass, and the Lord actually stirring up the spirits on them that they ready for war. But that prophecy had to fulfill what the scriptures say, the devil shall come down on you with great wrath. You understand?
It say, there is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mouth of Esau, the mouth of Esau. Yeah, and that is going into, because of the doings, you know, the Lord thinking to destroy them, and he will. Let's say, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
After 1,000 years, right? The Lord now gonna want nothing to do with the Lord actually gonna give the order to kill them.
Kill them out.
Esau not gonna be on the face of the earth no more. But he had to serve slavery first.
And 1,000 years will be a lot. That's still a lot of time. You know what? Still you're gonna get destroyed because at the end of the day.
Because I remember immortality is only for the Israelites.
And
So that 1,000 years is they making children and keep making children and
they
children.
just keep on carrying.
They just keep going back into slavery right after they're gonna be a homeborn slave. Esau, you understand?
It goes on to say, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
And because why? You pursue behind Esau, you behind Slakia, behind Jacob. Esau was, he always want to kill Jacob. Since we get the kingdom right, he always want to kill us. He always seeking to kill even the men and the Lord seeking to kill. That is you, Esau. You understand? So we know him because what should we go on? They cross seas hunting for us. You understand? They go and kill all the northern kingdom, kill all the Gadites, they take their land. You understand? What so much things you do? Everything you touch you destroy. The trees, you understand?
Follow the earth, the sea, the sky,
air,
everything.
everything everything you touch you just destroy.
So you don't have to destroy you. You don't have to get you off of the earth. Use not to remain you actually make the earth worse. You actually bring homosexuality. You produce it on a mass scale. You understand? You produce homosexuality on a mass scale, bestiality, having sex with animals, all them things you produce it on a mass scale. You actually make it legal to do these things.
And it's so important because he's always against Jacob righteousness. Going back to Cain, same way. He against Abel righteousness. So they're always against us. Because we despise all these wickedness. We despise all these things, these things, this gay and all this red meat and eating pork and all these rat and you eating and all this shit. We despise all these things. But that is gay. These things, which is these things bring please you now. These things is your joy now. So when we're talking about this and saying this is not good for our people because you don't have our people in our mindset where you feel that your kingdom will understand when you have we in a door style mentality. You have us in order. You have us programmed now. You understand? You cover like what I say, you cover the faces of the judges so you feel that you go rule forever and ever and we will never wake up. But look, the Moses wake us up now. So that way you get mad about because you thought you was going to sit down in that seat and you're going to sit up high and feel like you're not going to come down because why? You feel you search out us now. You feel you could always cover up this and cover up. But the Moses say the earth itself will split out the truth. Going back to the stone in Mexico where the Lord named written. So they say, so long they want to dig up that and all this thing.
The scriptures say that truth shall spring up from the earth. So they see that a lot of things happening, like that the stone, a lot of stones found, right? A lot of Hebrew writing on it. You understand? Showing that, yeah, the Hebrews actually rule. They're actually showing that Hebrew and the ancient Hebrew too was actually language of the first language upon the face of the earth. You understand?
Even in China now too, when a war they do when they talk and they talk about the Israelites calling upon the God and the we name Lord name Yahweh in the stone same way. So that just show you Esau can't hide the truth and that what he think he'll do and stay in his rulership. But the skill is getting left up because when the truth is coming to the face of the earth, we want to Habakkuk, the knowledge of the Most High is covering it's like you want to cover the sea. You understand? Well,
yeah. If they don't know that scripture.
In the book of Revelation, verse 17, it says, and the dragon was wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Right. So that's the read back that's like, yeah?
Yeah, Revelation 12 and 17, it says, and the dragon was wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
And I go back to the Israelites, I go back to us. You understand? Esau coming to make war with us, because considering even what the Lord say he got to do with his house first, and we know Esau is his son, so Lord God sent Esau behind our ass to destroy all of these two things and destroy a lot of our people, and die Esau on the whole,
That is it on that? Remember Genesis chapter 27 and verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right, so you see, and that had what he mind. He doesn't say, alright, my father can get just now, but I kill Jacob and I'll get a blessing.
Yeah, and also that
so
the spirit point going back on these elites and these Edomites in rulership back now, you know, because he's saying, well, hey, there's the destruction of my rulership, so I go try and wipe off the all of them off of the face of the earth.
That go back to the scripture, and was the man when they tested Israel. They said they received that we, the faith that we wouldn't, the truth that we believe in if it can come to pass. So they feel like they come and kill all Israel and it doesn't come to pass, but that's nonsense. Just as you know, it will happen.
What precept? What is that? Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. What is that?
And that beautiful precept there, you know, beautiful precept because he actually telling them, come and sit in the dust. The dust actually represents our lower state. We in the dust right now. You understand? We actually sitting in the dust because we on the ground right now. We people brought real low. And Esau is going to be brought real low. You have to take it and sit on the ground. You understand? Because right now they're in a high stature for in the kingdom. But the scripture says, come and sit on the ground. You don't actually tell them, come and sit on the ground. Right?
Continuing, it said, there is no throne or daughter of the Chaldeans.
And the Chaldeans going back to the Edomites. You understand? There is no throne. Where your throne is now? You have no throne because your throne actually is the fatness of the earth. When the other nations come and the Lord go and before the Lord come and they bomb up America and they're not on that with you, they know where in the world America is welcome, right? Where your throne gonna be because this is your throne. This kind of like why we put me trust in our worship and shine the best thing because we know we throne can't be the sky, not that is the earth. We throne is the kingdom of heaven, you understand? Immortality, being able to live forever, all them things are part of our throne. But Esau could only have a carnal throne alone. You understand?
That carnal throne is in the flesh because the flesh is carnality. The flesh is sin. So you ruling a kingdom in a body as sin. You understand? So hey, that best that you can really say that best blessing you get to get destroyed in the flesh. You know, so that Esau's best blessing, but our blessing is the king. We don't ever have that extra touch to everybody. And live in that everlasting life, like why do you want to say? You know, you don't bless us, so we had to give Lord all honor, all glory for everything we have done for us. You know, and even keeping up the covenant we make unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, and making us up from this darkness and making us walk in this marvelous light, which we know in the knowledge of the Most High, having fear of the Most High. You know, we continue. It say, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter, or daughter of Babylon, sit in the ground, for there is no throne, or daughter of the Chaldeans, for there shall no more be called tender and delicate.
God, I don't even know who was calling them tender and delicate.
The other nations.
But the other nations are looking up to them, and even 2/3 of our wicked people was loving America and loving the white people. They actually love the white people. They actually look at them as something best and something nice with the green eyes and they're not looking like snakes. Them, to us, knowing the truth, them not tender and delicate. Them is the wickedest thing in the world.
Them is reptiles.
Right, that's a virgin daughter because they are virgin, they wasn't been touched, they never been cut down and come and sit on the ground yet. They're still on the throne. You understand? But they wouldn't be a virgin anymore because when your shy come, they're gonna be fucked. You understand?
So they're gonna get fucked for real.
Literally, you understand?
And a lot of these nuclear for so you can be getting a lot of dicks. A lot of nuclear fire.
A lot of
A
nuclear
lot of
weapons.
nuclear weapons. And Russia had the biggest dick sale. You saw? You understand? We know in verse 2, it said, take a millstone and grind the mill. Uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the things, pass over the river.
And them things is only just metaphors, you understand? When you uncover the locks, you understand? You're just making, you're shaving that ball. You understand? Spiritually. When you uncover the legs, you're spiritually as well too. Yeah. Because when you lift in the skirt, you bring them down low. They have nowhere to hide. They can't even hide and say, well, there's not us who put the church in Israel in slavery. There's not we who illustrate 9/11, whatever the case may be. You understand? All the evil they point out into the world and come back to them.
And even when you're asking all these young Edomites and them, they never inherit from the slavery. They have nothing to say. The tongue cleaving up unto the for the moment. I'm like, yeah, some of them going to be stubborn and some of them going to be like, yeah, we inherit from the slavery. Because they know the wickedness they do. You know, they know the wickedness they do. So they feel, oh, they got a recompense for all they do us. But then I feel it's a shock and all this guitar and feeling the style guitar and all these things and raping our wives and all these things, you know, selling our boys a harlot, you know, and our daughters for wine. We feel we don't know Esau. We know Esau. We know what we can use and what value is, you know. But Yahweh Hashem is going to pass up in that. He come to destroy you with nuclear fire and the chariots, you know. I thought all the archangels, you know, and even the men of the Lord, so the Lord army go be him about 1,000 times or 10,000 million times stronger than your army. And a lot of time I have a concerning the scriptures. I think it's Elijah when he asked the Lord to reveal the sight of the young man, because he said, well, it's only two of us and a lot of them. And when he revealed the Lord, make him see the spiritual realm, we see one chariots was over them. It was a lot of us than them. So if, like concerning brothers in the truth, we don't really worry. We have a lot of spiritual powers back in our side. We have a lot of, you know, we have a lot of power back in us. You know, we have Yahweh Hashem, right? And we have the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, Yahweh. So we do a lot of prayer about nothing. We know when we don't win this battle already, and we win the war. You know? He's when win nothing. So he might win something. When they come and take me up and save you and do your kind of thing. So he might, but he knows the most I make you do that to me. You know? So that is you, so you can come and sit down in the dust. You know?
Yeah, like you have something?
No, anything.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 7. It's concerning Edom, thus saith the Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Verse 8, it says,
Can just sit back here before you continue. You have to ask that question. Is their wisdom vanished? Because if them so wise, how does everybody making out what's going on? Everybody don't know already that vaccine is poison. You ain't need them them talking about it. You understand? Everybody don't know a lot of things they see in fake and not real. You understand? Everything is that thing that they're not wise anymore. Read out.
And it's like, yeah, it's so true that the woman take it, I might take the injection in public TV and she faint already. In public TV and everybody's seeing 10 take it, 4 dead, 6 living. 6 serious side effects, 1 on the rush to the hospital, and 2 days, and then getting rash and things, sauce busting out on the skin.
Exactly.
Right there in the hospital again.
Who's you now to come and say, well, this vaccine is the best thing?
Yeah.
You can't say that.
And these chicks I'm saying, yeah, the vaccine good enough. Somebody vaccine good.
And just as the Minister of National Security, I think, of America, will say that that he children going and take that unless the vaccine, unless the blacks and Latinos and niggas take it.
Since when you care about us, you don't say interested in saying, hey, I can kill East, I can kill East, you don't say I can kill Jacob before Isaac dead. You know? So I can get him blessing. So how you wanna give us this vaccine first?
When
And you want,
when you start like feel all that brother.
When you love, since when is Psalms 133 with you?
Yeah.
Since when you care about us? Yes, we know you fucking hate us to the cover, you wanna kill us. If you got a chance to kill us now, if you got a chance to get another planet where you can live with air, water, and plants and all these things, you can kill us all us right here. If you don't know, you
will. They were saying that, like this man little Wayne saying and take a rocket and fly to the moon. And when I saw they're preaching that they find this plant, they can plant plants and they can get air. That is true.
Well, we know Esau, they are reaching all these moons and all these things. Esau, we drop in space, Yeah, it's satellites and things, but Esau can never reach on the moon and all this stuff. Well, Esau wish. That's why he building all these suns and all these things. And the only thing they're missing, because I do have video concerning that, the only thing they're missing is the God gene. And that God gene, to me, that go back to the access and the Lord to make them open it and actually come and meet them. Because they had dark matter using this antimatter, this matter.
They missing everything.
Everything you
Because you can't control nothing to begin with. Anything you have, they're giving you it for a stumbling block anyhow.
And also to add, that's why the Lord set the bounds for them. You know, they have a limit that
they can reach.
A certain height they can reach in the sky, a certain height they can reach to the space, a certain depth to the sea. Everything with the Lord power bound that they cannot reach.
Because it's so, watch it out, how kind of Esau really is, eh? So kind of Esau is. Esau